Welcome back to my channel. This vlog will be about California. If you are following me on Instagram, then you probably know that I'm going by myself all the way from Prague to San Diego in California. I am going there for like a fitness business meetup with another fitness coaches. We'll be working together, we will be training together, we will share a lot of ideas and inspirations. We're gonna go for coffees and we're gonna explore San Diego. This will be super exciting. 13 days of my life. I want to take you with me because I feel like it will be sad to just keep it for myself. I'm gonna pack everything for 13 days in this mini suitcase because I couldn't add any extra luggage into my boarding pass. I'm waking up in actually a couple hours because I have super early flight and I'll be flying for 22 hours with 2 layovers. Good morning from San Diego. I landed yesterday. Those 2 days were super crazy because I was just like catching flights. Then I had to stay in Montreal over the night just because of my delayed flight from Frankfurt, but everything was smooth, everything went well after all. So now I am in San Diego and we are getting ready for a photo shoot. Here's Rafa behind me eating a sandwich. We just had a breakfast. We will be shooting some fitness content and then also some business content. I'll see you soon. We are getting ready for our podcast.
We're doing a podcast and a live stream.
You ready?
Okay, let me press record for this. What is going on, everyone? We got our special guest. I feel like you guys did not expect it to be Wendy, but Coach Wendy is our special guest today.
I'm in San Diego.
She is in San Diego, you guys. Like, we are literally in my apartment and she's here, and it's so crazy to have Wendy here. She flew all the way from Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, yeah, from Europe.
Yeah, she flew all the way from Czech Republic for this live stream. Just kidding, not just for this live stream, but yes, Coach Wendy! She is here. She's here for you guys. It's so crazy to like see her here in person because like we've only been on Zoom calls, but now we're here. We just did a photo shoot, so you guys will see the pictures. Before we start this Q&A, Wendy, tell them about your long trip to get here.
To get to San Diego.
She got trapped.
From Prague, I flew to Frankfurt and then I had a delay of 3 hours of my flight. So obviously because of that, I missed my flight in Canada.
Yeah.
So they had to provide me a hotel in Canada. I stayed there for just one night. I explored Montreal and then from there I flew to Chicago and then from Chicago to San Diego. So I actually came yesterday at like midnight, so
Yeah.
I've been traveling 2 days in a row.
Yeah, 2 whole days.
I'm excited to be here.
It's been a journey. It was a long journey to get here, but she's here and
Yes.
we made it. We have a lot of questions that we're gonna get through and answer everyone. Some of you are like, oh, it's Hector. Hector is a special guest.
Hector is here
But
as
he's
well.
here too.
I'm here.
He's right here.
And we've got Pina this one.
Yeah, we have Peanut over here. The whole family is here, you guys. First question is, I've been struggling with this from the beginning. I'll go to the gym 1 or 2 days and then won't go back for weeks.
I feel like consistency comes with your goal, and if it's important for you, you just need to get down to why you are doing this journey. What is your goal that you would like to reach? Go step by step. If you are focusing on the big one, you will kind of feel lost. So I think it's better to set smaller, realistic goals, like maybe on a weekly basis, that you know, like, okay, let me hit 3 workouts a week instead of 5, because if it's gonna make you stressed, then there's no point to set 5 workouts a week. It's trying to build a habit. And then I would say put this into the calendar, because if
Yeah.
you have it in the calendar, then you know that you need to make the time for yourself. It's the same like if you are going to a doctor or if you are going for a hairdresser appointment. Set the time for yourself.
I think that's amazing. I agree with all of that. It's really important to have set goals. And whenever you guys are struggling with consistency, usually that's a sign that you're disconnected from your why. Like you forgot why you started this journey in the first place. Like why did you guys even want to join this program? Like what is your deep inner why? And not just about the weight loss, because you know, weight loss is important and that is going to happen if that's your goal, but you want to go even deeper. Like why do you want to even lose weight? Do you have underlying health issues? Do you not feel confident in your body and you want to show up for your kids? Like have your deep inner why. And anytime you're struggling with consistency, you always need to go back to that why, because it's hard to stay consistent. Like it's hard to do this lifestyle, it's hard to do this program, but it's also hard to not like your body, to look in the mirror and not be happy with what you see. It's hard to not have energy. So you kind of just have to choose your heart. And the last thing I'll say with this too is it's only really hard to stay consistent at the beginning of your journey. Like I feel like, I don't know if you like struggled like this too, but my first year of my fitness journey, I gave up so many times. I could not get in a routine. I hated the gym and I had to keep going. And the first year I like forced myself. I was dragging myself to the gym even when I didn't want to go. But now it's like my lifestyle. Yeah, it's a habit. So it just becomes a habit. So after you guys get past that hump of like, you know, actually making this your lifestyle, you will not struggle to be consistent anymore.
If I can jump in, I think it's about celebrating the smaller wins. If you know that you're gonna go to the gym and then you are super busy, thank yourself. You just need to celebrate this win that you actually went there and then that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, keep it a positive mindset, which is why we always ask you guys, especially on check-ins, like tell me a win, win, post your wins, because you want to stay in that positive mindset. Raditha loves your accent. I love her accent too, because it's like it's so like weird. Scotland mixed with like British, mixed with like Czech Republic. It's very special. So
I don't even know what's my accent.
No, I love it. I think it's really cool. Megan says, I feel like setting smaller goals is so much better than looking at the end result. And that's true. Like this is a journey because there's not even necessarily like an end goal. Like after you guys lose the weight you want to lose or whatever your goal is, you don't just stop your fitness journey. Like you keep going and you set more goals. I lost like almost 50 pounds. I'm not like, okay, done with my fitness journey. Like you are constantly evolving. So just really fall in love with the journey.
I had the same, like when I lost the weight, then I wanted to grow the booty and then I
grow
wanted
the
to
ass.
Grow the ass. And then I wanted to maybe run a little bit faster. So my end goals always changed. Like literally every 6 months, it was different.
That's so true. You guys will get into the lifestyle. You just have to really push yourself to create these new habits. Booty gains. Yes, Megan, that is right. Working out is addicting. And then like, it will get to that point if you just really, sometimes you just gotta force yourself to go. Like you gotta drag yourself to the gym until you actually get those habits down, and then it's not so hard. Guys, like set also not just like weight loss goals, but set some strength goals in the gym. Like, okay, I wanna hip thrust 1 plate on each side, or I want to shoulder press 220, like whatever your goals are, set strength goals in the gym, because that can also make your workouts fun and exciting. Yes, yesterday I wanted to nap, but I didn't. I worked out. I'm proud of you, Melissa. And that's why you're down 66 pounds.
Oh yeah.
That's what we like to see. Mine is hip thrust 300. I was almost there before my surgery. 300 pounds, that is super impressive, and you guys can all get there. So set the strength goals and that will get you excited to go to the gym. Cool, well, that was a great question. Let's go to the second one. How to choose a good quality and good tasting protein powder. So many recipes have you include protein powder. I haven't found one that I actually like because of the taste, and it tends to ruin the recipes I try. I personally use my protein salted caramel. If I'm gonna put it in like oatmeal, or I put it in my coffee, which is really good.
I bake a lot with protein powder.
Okay, well Wendy's good for this question.
I'm using my protein as well, but I like to use just vanilla flavor or chocolate flavor because I think that you can mix it with anything and everywhere. Cookies or muffins, banana bread, basically anywhere into the oats.
I personally don't bake a lot with protein, but I also don't want you guys to feel pressured to bake with protein powder. Like you can also get your protein from you know, eggs and like animal sources. You don't have to like bake like protein cookies and protein muffins and all these things. I'm sure like that can be fun to try some recipes out, but like I personally don't.
If I'm using protein powder, use less of the flour, and I'm using the protein powder.
I like Kodiak. Yeah, that's a good brand. They have like protein muffins and they have protein pancakes.
My protein has
my protein has really good pancake mix. Those are just some options, but try to get a whey isolate. I don't recommend getting like a cheap protein from like Walmart. I mean, I used to get proteins like that, and like if you want to actually make it for baking, it's gonna taste like chalk. So try to get a good quality whey isolate protein powder. I also love Ghost Lifestyle. That's a really good brand. And they have chocolate Nutter Butter, and there's like chocolate chunks in there. So it's really good. Those are some suggestions for you guys. Next question is, when you're feeling fatigued in your workout or like you can't finish, is it better to A, stick with heavy weights and reduce a set, lifting but only 2 sets instead of the prescribed 3, or should you drop the weight and hit all prescribed sets? I don't know if you have a different answer on this, Wendy, but I would want you guys to finish those sets, like all those prescribed sets, but I will go back to like, why are we feeling fatigued? Because yes, you are gonna feel like some fatigue in your workouts, but if you guys are constantly feeling fatigued, like you can't finish your workouts, I would take a look at, okay, like what's our pre-workout nutrition looking like? Are we hitting our macros? How's our sodium levels? Like you could maybe not be consuming enough sodium because that's super important in your workouts. So try to add some iodized salt to your meals. There's also this brand called Element that has really good electrolyte packets, and there's potassium, magnesium, sodium. You guys can put that in water and like drink that. And then yeah, making sure that you guys have a carb dense or a carb heavy snack or a carb heavy meal before your training workout, so you have that energy for your workout. It just happens during certain parts of my cycle. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So if you are on your cycle, unfortunately, you might feel more fatigued that week, which is super normal. So if you just listen to your body, and I would rather you guys drop the weight and hit your prescribed sets.
Same.
Is that what you would do?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next one, let's see. Thoughts on alcohol. Ooh. I have a lot to say.
It should be like in moderation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like you have to stop drinking completely if you're on your fitness journey, especially because this is a lifestyle journey. It's not like you are going to compete. I wouldn't suggest to drink alcohol on a daily basis just because your body needs to repair all those muscle fibers that you are actually damaging in the gym.
Yeah.
I would suggest to drink just like low calorie options, gin and diet tonic, maybe rum and diet coke, maybe prosecco, instead of like heavy beers.
I agree. I don't think you guys need to cut out alcohol completely, but drinking often will affect your progress. I heard that alcohol sets you back 2 weeks. Is that true? I think it will depend on like how much alcohol were you drinking, how often have you been drinking it. Like if you have like a glass of wine on the weekend, that's not gonna really set you back. But if you're like drinking heavily 3, 4, like more days out of the week, or maybe you're drinking super heavily even just 1 day out of the week, that can set you back. I learned this from Hector actually. So alcohol can slow down muscle protein synthesis up to 80%. And that is when your body's taking the amino acids from protein and actually repairing your muscle fibers. So drinking alcohol can slow that down up to 80%. And so then we think of like, okay, there's not really any health benefits to alcohol, but I would say, you know, like 2 drinks a week, not really gonna do anything.
I would also say like it will affect your sleep, and
that's true.
It will affect your cravings as well, especially the next day, because the next day you will be craving more sweet.
Yeah.
You will be
greasy
craving,
food.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
everything oily, you will crave this. So you need to kind of be ready in your mindset that this will happen to your body and how you're gonna deal with that. If you know that you are going to drink with your friends, I would suggest to have some meal prep done in your fridge, ready to go the next day, because you will want to have like McDonald's and you will want those like takeaways.
Especially when you're getting a little crazy. Yeah. You kind of lose control, you kind of don't care anymore, and you just want to eat everything. So alcohol in excess can and will affect your progress. It will hold you back, but a glass of wine on the weekend, maybe like 2 drinks on the weekend, not really gonna do much. I wouldn't worry so much if you were just drinking like once out of the week, but definitely, you know, it's all about moderation. I personally, before I started my fitness journey, that was my downfall. I was drinking so much, like I was drinking so much alcohol all the time, like 3 days out of the week, like heavy drinking, and I gained so much weight because alcohol is literally empty calorie. Especially if you're drinking sugary drinks or, you know, really high calorie drinks, you could easily be drinking like 1,000 calories in just the alcohol. That doesn't even count the food that you're eating while drinking the alcohol. So it's really, really easy to go in a calorie surplus when you're over consuming alcohol. But when you guys do track alcohol, you want to track it as carbs. So ethanol is like the 4th macronutrient. You can't track it normally in MyFitnessPal. Like if you guys are like, 1 margarita, and you put it in MyFitnessPal, it's not going to track it correctly. So you want to take the amount of calories, say you have 100 calorie White Claw, you want to divide it by 4 and put 25 grams of carbs in MyFitnessPal. And that's how you would track it. If you like do the math that way, so like a 200 calorie drink, that's already about 50 grams of carbs. So if you have like 4 drinks, that's like 200 grams of carbs just by drinking the alcohol. So it's very high in calories, just depending on the drinks that you get, but you guys can opt for lower calorie drinks. It's not that there's necessarily that many carbs in there, it's just that we're tracking it as carbs because MyFitnessPal doesn't have ethanol as in a macro you can track. So it's not that it has like 50 grams of carbs in the drink, but it's calorically equal to 50 grams of carbs. The next question is metabolism differences between perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, mainly post. So perimenopause happens usually in your 40s, and it's just when you have a lot of hormonal changes. You are defined as like having reached menopause after you've gone through 12 consecutive months without having a menstrual cycle. Menopause is actually just like, it's just like one moment. It's not really, I know people think it like lasts a long time, but menopause is just one moment after you've hit the 12 months of not having a period, and then postmenopause is after that. So during this time, your body usually experiences a decrease in estrogen. So this can affect your overall mood, your emotions. You can have like hot flashes. It can disrupt your sleep. And as you do age, our metabolism naturally starts to slow down. You want to really make sure that fitness is even more so important during this stage in your life, especially as we age. You lose bone density, you can lose muscle mass. So that's why you really want to focus on resistance training and using weight to avoid that from happening, because we're gonna lose muscle, you're gonna lose bone density. So you really wanna focus on building muscle and really having that proper nutrition in alignment with your goals. That way you can avoid, you know, those things from happening, because like the more muscle you have on your body, the faster your metabolism is. Fitness is obviously super important during any stage of your life, but even more so important as you get into these stages of your life. However, I also want to end with, I don't want anyone in here to like blame like, oh, I went through menopause, that's why I can't lose weight. You can still lose body fat, build muscle, and be a healthy, active individual. If you guys look up actually Train with Joan on Instagram, she's this famous fitness influencer who's like in her 70s. Go look her up. She's this literally a famous grandma who's a fitness influencer, and she's strong, she's healthy, she's built muscle. So that just goes to show like at any age, you can still reach your goals, you can still live an active lifestyle, and you can still build muscle and lose body fat. It just comes down to having the right game plan and having that consistency to get your goals. Last question we have is, but what are your thoughts on pre-workouts? I hit the gym early morning, like 4 a.m. I get up at 3 a.m. and sometimes I don't have the energy to get moving. Is a pre-workout a good idea to start using to give me the extra push in the morning? If so, what are your suggestions on ones to try? I personally don't take it.
I don't take it as well.
I drink coffee and I will drink an energy drink sometimes. If you feel that you need that extra push, Kathleen, I mean, I don't see a problem with having a pre-workout in the morning.
I would just like have a banana and a coffee, to be honest. Because it's like quick, simple carbs that will like get you ready for the workout. Or maybe black tea, because there is caffeine as well. I would swap this for the pre-workout, because pre-workout on an empty stomach is
you don't want to have
good.
So this is for any caffeine, so like energy drink, coffee, pre-workout. Do not have it on an empty stomach, because that will mess up your digestion. You're not going to feel good, and it could also increase your cortisol levels first thing in the morning. So at least have like a banana or a bagel, or you guys should be having a snack before your workouts anyway, even if you're not having caffeine, but at least have a snack or a small piece of fruit or something, and then I would have that caffeine. Yeah, it's just personal preference. There are some extra ingredients in pre-workout that can kind of help you with like the focus. But if you guys want to try a caffeine-free pre-workout, it's called a pump. So there's like pump products, and these are like pre-workouts but without caffeine. And so they help like with focus. It'll also keep you from being hungry and willing to eat by suppressing your appetite. Exactly. So if you guys consume caffeine before eating, caffeine suppresses your appetite. So then you're like, oh, I'm not hungry in the morning. That's why I don't eat breakfast. Yeah, because you start your day with caffeine and it suppresses your appetite. So eat first. Debbie has another question. Benefits of alternating cold and hot, cold shower and a sauna. I will take normal showers and maybe a sauna sometimes, but I honestly don't know a lot about like those types of benefits. If you mean for like fat loss, Debbie, or like, I don't know, like what kind of benefits you may be questioning on, because I know sometimes there's like myths out there that like sitting in a sauna and like sweating can help you lose body fat, but you need a calorie deficit to lose body fat. That's not really gonna necessarily do anything for like fat loss, but I'm sure people are doing cold plunges and stuff now. That's like a trend.
I wouldn't go work out really heavy and then go to the sauna. I mean, cold showers are good.
I think they can be good to wake you up. First and foremost is always your nutrition and your training and your exercises. That's what I would worry about the most, because I know we can kind of get lost in like all these trends and all these things to do and all these supplements and things, but at the end of the day, if your nutrition is solid and your exercise routine is solid, you're gonna be a healthy, active individual and you will reach your goals. Nothing's wrong with those things. I just personally don't really use saunas a lot. Christy says, I love the Ghost energy drinks. Those are also good. I like Ghost energy drinks too. Obviously, we had our special guest, Wendy. She will be in San Diego for the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
Or the next like 2 weeks. So really excited to have her here, and we will be posting some pictures because we did a photo shoot.
Definitely some more content.
Yeah, we'll get some more content. We did a photo shoot today, so you guys can see the videos and the content we got. Oh wait, I want info on why she's there and what you're up to. Ooh. Honestly, we're up to something sneaky. No, I honestly just wanted to meet her and like do something fun.
We've been working together for the past year and we've never actually met. And
yeah, we've never met.
Perfect opportunity. And because highly changed my life as well in so many ways. And then she showed me the opportunity to live the life.
Yeah, she quit her job.
Yeah,
gets to be an online coach, which is amazing.
So she actually really helped me. So I was super glad when she invited me to San Diego, and I couldn't say no to this amazing offer. So.
You can't say no. You gotta come to San Diego.
Even though I flew like 2 days.
I know, it was a long trip. It was a long trip to get here, but it was worth it. We might be planning something for next year though. So stay tuned. So stay tuned. We're not gonna give you guys hints because it will ruin the surprise. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Megan already knows. Just kidding. Well, cool, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this Q&A. This was super fun. And again, if you have questions, comment them down below and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
That was good.
That was so fun. I love that. We did it.